The National Program Invitational proved to be a who's who of prospects putting on absolute shows. From Team Elite's Vanderbilt-bound Carter Holton turning the tournament into a personal home run derby to five-star Carolina lefty Cameron Johnson putting his own arm on display before committing to Maryland. Here to break it all down, Cory McCartney, joined by PBR Georgia Scouting Director Phil Kerber. Phil, welcome back in.
Thanks for having me, Cory. Having a lot of fun doing these weekly recaps with you.
Absolutely. Now, a daunting task I'm going to ask of you here, but you saw a ton of talent over this past weekend. Who really opened your eyes from this group?
Probably the game of the tournament between Team Elite Scout and the Georgia Jackets 17U. We saw Christian Little out of Missouri, a Vanderbilt commit, face off against Caleb Logerwell right here in Georgia. Caleb actually just committed to UCF a couple weeks ago, and it was an electric performance from the two of them. There were probably, I'd guess, 25 to 30 pro scouts in attendance to see them throw. Christian Little is the number 2 ranked player in the country, right-handed pitcher, 90-93, might have popped a 4 in there, just super polished on the mound, throwing 3 pitches for strikes, swing and misses on all of them, and he was mowing down the Georgia Jackets lineup. And on the other side, Logerwell was doing the same to a loaded Team Elite team. Logerwell last year was a member of Team Georgia at the 2019 Future Games, and we've just seen him make incredible strides in his game. At the Future Games last year, he was probably 86, 89, and just snapping off this breaking ball that had a 3,000 spin rate. And he comes out on Saturday and is 90, 93, touching a 4. The breaking ball's got 2,900 spin rate to it, just making some very talented players on Team Elite look foolish at the plate. And I understand that if you saw it in person, the breaking ball was incredible. And then what really kind of took away our scouts was the changeup that he's added in. It's been an average pitch, but now he's throwing it with intent, getting really good fade on it, and that's turning into 3 pitches that can really be usable at the next level. And then at 16U level, the champions, Easley baseball, McClain Ray started for them on Sunday. This was a guy that last year at NPI, I was sitting up in the tower just kind of looking around what's happening, and all of a sudden I see this kid popping mid to upper 80s, and I'm like, who is this? Like, I don't know who Easley. I hadn't seen Easley yet. I was like, gotta go find my roster and see who this is. It's McClain Ray, 6'4". He was really lean and lanky at that point last year. Comes out Sunday, has really filled out, Mississippi State recruit, and he's throwing, touching 89, settled in at 85, 87, but given the frame and how well the arm works, the velo is just going to keep coming. And then he's dropping in a nice above average breaking ball and a changeup in there. He's a guy that I really liked, and I was happy to see him back out there. It was a game that I had circled to make sure I saw him start. And at the 15U level, top tier Roos took the championship, and that just an incredible team. I could do an entire breakdown of that team if we had the time to, because I think they've got 7 or 8 commits. Most of them going SEC, ACC. I think one Notre Dame in there. The top ranked player on the team, Aidan Miller. His brother was just drafted, Jackson Miller, in the 2nd or 3rd round. Really good catcher. Aidan, third baseman, right-handed hitter, and physically is just so advanced for 2023. Like, he gets up there and you see him, you're like, there's no chance that this kid's 15. Like, just really filled out, well built, and just swings the bat like super aggressively. I mean, when he makes contact, it is loud, it is coming off the bat hot, and he's pulling middle, oppo, he does it all at the plate. But even more impressively is what he was doing at third base. I've always known him to be a really advanced bat. He can now handle a hot corner, and he's a really good athlete. Made a really nice play against Knights and Platinum in the semifinals when they actually went 9 innings in that game. The 7th inning, one of their guys pulls a line drive that against probably an average to above average third baseman. That one's getting to left field. Aidan leaves his feet, makes a diving grab, and really saved. Didn't let them get anything started there. And he was doing that all weekend, just making plays at third base. So he's well on his way to following in his brother's footsteps of being a draft pick in the 2023 class. And finally, the Canes National 14U, they took home the 14U championship, and that was another loaded team. I could spend as much time talking about those guys, and I'll leave it at one guy. Their shortstop, Owen Paino, out of New York. don't take this as me comparing him to anybody, but he looks like a poor man's Brady House. Now, I'm not saying he has the same skill set as Brady, because Brady is a very unique player. But when you look at Owen, he's 6'2", really broad shoulders. Everything works at shortstop. Quick, clean actions. Arm's got plenty of strength where if he does eventually get bigger and has to move to third base, he'll be fine there. And to top it all off, he's a left-handed hitter. I mean, there's really nothing more you can ask for out of a prospect up the middle with that kind of size to be a left-handed hitter. And, with added strength, I think the bat's going to come along, be a gap-to-gap guy who can hit for some serious juice to the pull side.
Heavy on the pitchers this week. You got to give the hitters a little bit more love as we do this after next week. Of course, if you miss any of the National Program Invitational, you can watch it all on demand with Lake Point Live, powered by PlaySite. Head over to the new lakepointsports.com for more info, and be sure to follow Phil Kerber for everything PBR Georgia. He's at Phil Kerber PBR on Twitter, or get the entire PBR Georgia experience at PBR Georgia. Phil, enjoyed it as always.
Thank you.